Yeah guys, we've got my mother actually, G-Ma, driving the shuttle. We've just been dropped off at the bottom end of the brand new Lake Dunstan. Here we are at the start of the track guys, and we're on our way, so we'll give you a good idea on the progress.
Minutes 50.
Well, what a day guys. So this is the Lake
Distance
Dunstan
8
trail,
kilometers.
finally.
Time
Finally
22 minutes 45 seconds. Previous kilometer in 2 minutes 32.
I'll just get off here and let my colleagues through the gate. And I don't think we could have asked for a better day. It's not too hot. It's what do we do here? Lift and push. There you go. And we've just had a front come through. So they've cut it out of, this used to be an old farm track here, but you couldn't access the side of the river and now the man-made lake. It was all public land, all private land, and they've obviously gone and got access through here to allow us mere mortals to gain access. And this main motorway across here was previously down about 60 to 70 metres below what it is now. And they used to run a train line in the early days when I was a child. So from my point of view, having been brought up in this region, I've driven this road for, I don't know, since I got my licence really, 37 to 40 years, and I've never been able to see the engineering they actually did on this road to put it in the early. Look at the stonework on this, the work that's gone in to design this and engineer it as a world-class trail. So it goes all the way along the face here, and as we get closer to these rock faces and around the corner, there's actually bolted on sections that drop down off this rock. Which is an old mining area actually. They got a lot of gold out of this area. This was one of the richest areas for gold in the world back in the mid to late 1800s. You're on the Lake Dunstan Trail heading from CLYDE to Cromwell. So double duck bluff bridges. This is the first one that we cross from the CLYDE end, and the engineering on this trail is phenomenal. Look at this rock face above us. You know, I, like a lot of people locally, were getting really frustrated with the time it took them to engineer this and put it in, but now that I'm actually riding it, I can sort of sympathise and understand why it took months longer than what was anticipated. About to come up with some e-bikes here on this tight corner. I'll just pull over and let them past. There you go. You enjoying it?
Yeah, oh, unbelievable, eh? What a big day for it.
Yeah, I know. World-class trail. So this is Bedrock Gully Bridge, and looking back across to the east, here's another tight corner. See if we can do this without hitting anybody. I'm on one hand here on the handlebars filming on our e-bike. What do you reckon, 10 out of 10? Breathtaking trail guys. This is the Lake Dunstan in the south of the South Island of New Zealand, and one of the very few countries, one of 2 or 3, that have COVID under control and have done for about 8 months. So we haven't had the mass lockdowns that the populated parts of the world has had, and we're not being decimated by the killer virus. We've had freedom pretty much all the way through, apart from 5 weeks. Wow, look at the stonework.
Distance 15.5 kilometers. Time 57 minutes.
So we're just climbing up the Kenmure to Cornish Point face, and we've got a little bit more technical to do around the corner here, right into the Bannockburn. So we've just gone through Falcon Gully, So we're just over halfway. What do you think of it, guys? 10 out of 10? Australians team. Nice to see our west neighbours across here now. We're getting a little bit of wind now. We've come around this corner. So the calmer section of the track's over. We've got a headwind. Another reason why e-bikes come into their own. Nursing the battery there. And here comes the... This is the Hugo Bridge. So everything that was needed for this bridge was flown across from that side by helicopter. And the 4 supporting tension ropes have been embedded into 7.5 meters deep of rock face and cement, because we get some pretty horrendous winds down this valley, in excess of 100 kilometers an hour in some storm situations. So we'll just pull over here and pop this bike down on its stand. I bought stands for these e-bikes because it saved people just lying them onto the dirt, onto the ground. Just turn our power down.
Distance 19.5 kilometers. Time 1 hour 14 minutes 56 seconds. Current split pace 3 minutes 14 seconds.
So this section is called the Cromwell ladder, guys, and it's a zigzag, which is quite a tight series of switchbacks on the way down through the valley. And then we're not going to climb up this other side. That's a service road for the dam. We just go basically drop down this section and then through the middle of the gap. So just looking up at the Cromwell switchback, so that's what we just came down. Quite an amazing engineering section of the trail down there. Now we're dropping down onto what is going to be relatively undulating all the way back. So there's no real decent hills, but I can tell you that an e-bike really is night and day. It makes a world of difference for those 2 climbing sections. And here we go back down onto the lake side again, into the